Let me tell you something that will change the way you see attraction forever. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you embody. You see, if you're constantly trying to get someone to chase you, you're actually in the pursuer energy. And you're the one doing the chasing. But the good news is that you can flip the script and make them crave you like an addiction. My name is Bobbie, and I empower you to love yourself so you can manifest anything. Subscribe if you want, because by the end of this video, you'll be a priority in everyone's life. So why do people chase some and ignore others? It's not looks or money or the latest texting strategies. It's literally neuroscience. Your brain seeks to find evidence of what you believe to be true, your nervous system too. This is called your reticular activating system. This is why when you have just bought a white car, maybe you see white cars everywhere for the first time. You didn't notice them before. And so if you believe yourself to be worthy, to be deserving, to be abundant, you will see more evidence of that. However, the same is true for the opposite. If you believe that you are not chosen, you're always second best, there's always someone else. Men always cheat, or women always gold diggers, whatever your presumption is, your brain will cancel out all the noise of all the other availability and all the other possibilities and only show you your most dominant assumption. This is why two people can go into a room and have completely different experiences, because one person may have an assumption that they're always the priority. Everybody always feels safe around them. Everybody always treats them like royalty, while another feels like they don't deserve to be in that room. Whatever you believe to be true is true for you. And so, if you're still playing the game of waiting a little bit longer to respond to encourage their interest, you're missing the point entirely. Neville Goddard said, "You are that which you already want to be." While Joe Dispenza actually took it a bit further and said, your brain is neuroplastic. It will literally rewire itself to your most dominant thoughts and emotions, the thing that you repeat the most. This is why repetition dissolves your disbelief. This is how your brain learns, through repetition. So if you want to flip the script and make people chase you need to chase the version that people naturally chase anyway. So your reality is a mirror of your most dominant assumption. So let me break it down. Your thoughts trigger your emotions. Your emotions influence your identity. Your identity influences your electromagnetic field, which is your energy all around you, which can span up to 3 meters wide, by the way, which is why people can feel your energy before you've even walked into a room. And then this energy, this electromagnetic field around you, then inspires people's nervous systems. It tells people how to treat you. And that's their subconscious reacting just naturally based on your assumption about yourself. And so the first step is revising your previous relationship. Sorry guys, I did actually lose some audio in the previous video, so I'm having to re-record. And essentially the reason why we revise these relationships, the reason why we revise our perception on men or women, is something called the contagion effect. And essentially what that means is your energy becomes so powerful, people cannot help but chase you, they cannot help but crave you. And the way for your energy to be so powerful, the way for your electromagnetic field to be so magnetic and attractive to others, is by releasing the baggage, releasing the resentment. Remember, manifestation is not about addition, it's about subtraction. The more that we ascend up the frequency scale, the less baggage we have. And so essentially, you want to be going back and thinking about that relationship, or that previous experience with whoever. Even just, let's say you haven't had many relationships, but your perception on men is that they're all trash. Your perception on women is that they're all gold diggers. You want to be going back just for 30 days and writing the same story over and over and over again. Why? Because repetition dissolves our disbelief. And so you're going back and you're telling that new story over and over and over again. Let's say, for example, you or a single mother, okay? And rightfully so, you are carrying around this story of how hard things have been, because we all know that is the hardest job in the world, and kudos to you. You're literally doing God's work. However, for you to be magnetic, for you to be attractive, for you to get what you want, carrying around this identity means that you are going to get more of the same treatment. And so, if you were to go back and say, well, I've always been provided for, everything always gets to be easy for me, everything has always been easy for me, things have always worked out for me, I've always been treated like a princess, or, if you're a guy, I've only ever had loving, kind, thoughtful, soft women. I've only ever been loved unconditionally. I've only ever been unconditionally accepted, because remember, that's what men crave, unconditional acceptance, right? And when you are telling this story over and over and over again, gradually you start to believe it. And you'll know that you're doing it right, because when you are scripting, when you are journaling, you feel it. And the other thing is that the actual reality, what we're changing, becomes really fucking uninteresting. And so you want to starve opposing thoughts of your attention, because when you do that, you are able to fully focus on the identity that you are creating. Now, when you transform and metamorphose into this new identity, your entire body language changes, your perception changes, you're not as reactive. And so when you're able to do that, you become more magnetic. And so the key here is to not get mad at anyone that's not texting you or buying you flowers, or, being thoughtful and having dinner ready when you get home from work, whatever the case. It's not that. It's changing how you perceive yourself and what you expect from your life. And this may take a second, but it's okay, because your inner world is the only thing that truly exists. And so just allow the outside world to catch up. And the more that you're doing it, the more that you're living in this blissful state, because that's what it is, it's true bliss, the more people want to chase you. And another thing you want to be doing, you want to be making space in your life throughout the day for this person, this relationship, this marriage, whatever it is. You want to be reminding yourself multiple times, they are already here. It's already done. I'm with the best person possible. I'm in the most beautiful relationship I've ever been in. When you go to the bathroom, you look in the mirror, you're washing your hands, just say it a few times. When you're making a tea, imagine them having a tea with you. You want to be continuously, multiple times throughout the day, reminding yourself that it's already done. But the most important times in the day, at the morning and night, because your brain is the most impressionable. So as you're drifting off to sleep, imagine them with you, just in your minds. Good night, baby. As you wake up in the morning, good morning, baby, in your mind. Continuously forcing that smile on your face, even if right now you have nothing to smile about. And when you fake that smile, it actually spikes serotonin and dopamine. This is called the facial feedback hypothesis. So your brain is actually tricked into believing, oh, they're actually happy. Let me create those feel-good feelings, that dopamine, that serotonin. And gradually, the more that you're feeling that, the more it becomes your baseline. This is literally the epitome of faking it until you make it, because it quite literally does. This is how your brain learns. This is how you've learned your current identity, by the way. You weren't born thinking, I am not enough, or I don't deserve to be with someone that I want to be with, or I don't deserve beautiful things. You weren't born thinking that. But you have been told, and you have believed it. Why? Because you had a thought. It created a feeling. It created your identity. That created your electromagnetic field, and it constantly re-looping over and over and over again. And so if your brain learns through repetition, you want to be saying to yourself multiple times per day, I am the undeniable chosen one. I am the only possible option. People are drawn to me effortlessly. I am unforgettable. I leave an indelible mark on anyone lucky enough to meet me. My energy is too powerful to resist. You want to be trusting that this is your new identity. When you know this, when you embody this, people crave your presence. Another thing is that dopamine is the molecule of desire. So when you are around people, you want to be spiking their dopamine. They want to leave your presence like your energy is just unmatched. Like being around you was the highlight of their year, their week, their month, their day, whatever the case, because your energy is just so contagious. You're not stressed and carrying around all of the weight of the work, and you're complaining and this and that. Be light, be fun, be airy, be playful. And we do this through relaxing, through breath work, through affirming, through knowing and trusting that you are the chosen one and nobody else can take your place, because there's only one of you. There's literally only one of you, and there will only ever be one of you. So move like that. So if no one is currently choosing you, it's not because you're not worthy or not enough or not deserving. It's because you haven't rewired your mind to know and trust that you are enough, that you are chosen, that you are always adored. And so once you reprogram your mind through repetition, through incessantly checking your nervous system, checking your mental diet throughout the day, knowing and trusting and not spiraling that they haven't text or that whatever the case, reframing everything and knowing that anyone would be lucky to have you, very soon, there's a cat roaming around here and I'm terrified of cats. Very soon, you will see that in your reality where you are chosen, where you are number one, whether you're the only possible option, where you leave an indelible mark on anyone lucky enough to meet you. So I trust this video helped you manifest. You're worthy, you are loved. I love you and thank you.